Welcome to Downtown Bridal's Vendor Collective, where we bring you event professionals of the Delmarva Eastern Shore. They are experts in their field, and they're a key part of how we're elevating our upcoming events at Downtown Bridal. When we look for partners to collaborate with, we look for two things: excellence in their craft and real value for our clients.
So today we are in Bridgeville, Delaware at Willowbrook Weddings with Karen Hearn. Thank you for joining us today, or thank you for allowing us to be here.
I'm so happy you guys are here.
So we actually have had a wonderful relationship ever since COVID.
The dreaded C
COVID.
word. Yeah.
I was very honored to be able to host you and your daughter, who you actually built this venue for, correct?
Well,
initially?
Maria, she likes to tell everybody that we were in all of that paperwork process. And I think the paperwork, I'm not sure when the paperwork started that she even had a groom, but she got one and was indeed the first wedding here.
Yes.
So when people said, "Oh my gosh, did your parents build a wedding venue?" She says, "I just went with it. I thought it sounded really good." It was actually the first wedding here, though. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she was.
But you come so far since that, getting her down the aisle
Yes,
the building.
Yes,
we now have, how many acres is all the ceremony space taking up?
So we are on about 20 acres.
Okay.
So, and there are 7 ceremony options here.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to visit all of them today. But the one that we are in right now, it was so funny because when it started, this was just grass and wood. So this is where Sarah did get a lot of her pictures taken. She didn't get married here, but now we've grown to the turf, to the wall, to the plants. So yeah, we keep going. I don't sleep too much.
And then of course your husband, who's most of the talent behind it.
Yes.
It always cringes every time you go, "Hey,
Yes,
I was
he does.
thinking."
Matter of fact, I think every time now when I say I've got an idea, they all just run. What now? What now? What are we doing?
But this really has been a family affair, right?
100%. So from the beginning, even when I came up with the idea, sitting down, having all of the family put in ideas for the name and everything, but all of the gardens, if you'll see different signs around the property that inspired me to sort of build the different areas. They all have a personal meaning to me. So their touch is everywhere on this property, especially my mom's. So that meant a lot to me. And all of the workers here, the staff and everybody, the majority are family. And if they're friends, they might as well be family because we're that close. But my right hand, my sister, who she's awesome because she retired from Sussex Tech. And I said, no, you're not retiring. You're coming right here. Yeah. So she's sort of my right hand here too. So it's amazing.
Yeah, those teachers have those great organizational skills that work well in this industry.
Yeah. She's awesome. She's awesome.
That's fantastic. So you said it wasn't actually for your daughter's wedding. What inspired you to build?
I've always, who doesn't like a great party, right?
That's true.
I love a great party. So I used to chair like a lot of the events at the hospital, and I love events. I love planning. I love all of that. But weddings are a different animal, okay?
True that.
So I took an 8-week course from a lady out in St. Louis, and we have remained friends. She is amazing. And then we, from start to finish, with my daughter-in-law's help, designed our own website, did all of this, and the rest is history. We just kept going, and we've just created all of this, and we keep going.
I love it.
Yeah.
So when you were getting into designing, and we were coming out here just because I've known you for a while, even though you're a barn, you're not really a barn.
No. And I love that you say that, because no, and thank you for realizing that. Of course, it is kind of similar to that, obviously, but it was actually modeled after a tobacco shed. And then you can see the different areas. They kind of reflect my love for like the Italian architecture.
Yeah, not a tobacco shed you think of from colonial times.
No,
We're talking European.
Like, I love all the Italian architecture. I love all of that. But I wanted all of the different ceremony areas to reflect different things. So obviously we're sitting with so when we met with the masons to build this wall, they were kind of taken off guard because I was just like, no, I want it to look like it's been there like 100 years. And they're like, we've never had anyone ask for that. I said, well, honey, just hold on, because that's me. So, but we do different areas. And of course, we have the water, we have the
Mhm.
pond, and then we go over into the new ceremony area. It's called Willowbrook's Walk in the Park. But we love it. I love all the different architecture, and I love options. I love options.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you said that when someone uses your services here, they actually have the property for the day. So
They do.
they're not restricted to one area. They can get pictures everywhere, correct?
No. So we do a lot of different things here. So obviously the bridal suite is in the building.
Mhm.
The groom's room is on the other side of the property. So they have their fun for the day too. But you don't have to pick one area, and there's not an upcharge to use any specific area. It is one price, and you basically just tell us to, where to set up the chairs.
Mhm.
So we might get married in the park, we might have cocktail hour in the woods, and then we might go in the main reception hall because it is climate controlled
Mhm.
for dinner. So we do a lot of different things here.
And just have seen you on Facebook, you often do things besides weddings, correct?
We do when we have the date available. So when people call me, so we've had to implement, we've been so blessed with weddings, which is what the love is. We implemented this new thing. So if a date hasn't been booked and there's only like 3 or 4 months to go, we will open it up for different special events. But we also we started about 3 years ago. Time flies.
Yeah.
But the 4th year. So we do a big Christmas show here. So that is always a big week for us that we get so excited. We bring in Mid-South Audio. It's a fun week. X Squad dancers, they're so talented.
Yeah. And you set up the stage beautifully.
And I love to do different things like that for the community because everybody is, they're always like, well, we never get to see it. And I'm just like, so we do have that. And now we've also implemented what we call walk-in Wednesdays. So I try to do one of those once a month. We actually have one, we have one in the beginning. I try to do it in the beginning of the month. So it's for brides that have already booked. It's for people that maybe they just want to walk around and see what's here because they see the gardens, they want to see all of it. So we try to do that, and those dates are on the website too.
That's fabulous. Yeah, so you can get a flavor of it, and it's so beautiful. Just if you want to take some pictures.
That's right. They just stop by. You just do your thing. So,
Yeah.
So we do those
nice open house.
Yeah.
And what time is that on Wednesdays?
So 4 to 7.
Beautiful.
So and like I say, I try to do at least one once a month.
Nice.
So, but we do put those dates on our website. Yeah.
In discussing with you in the past of working with vendors, I know one of the things that was very key to you was making things accessible for them and easy for them to get in and serve the client cleanly and efficiently. Tell me a little bit about space for them, for where the guests go, how that might operate.
Yeah, so we don't have a kitchen here at Willowbrook. So we have what we call, it's not even big enough to call it like a closet. We call it the vendor closet. So there's a sink in there where they can clean up and do all of that kind of stuff. Most of the vendors on the website, if they are doing buffets, they come in prepped and ready to go. Our higher end events are just coordinating with me when we're bringing in the prep tents, and they bring in all of the equipment. And some of the kitchens just arrive in the truck if they're a higher end too. So we do all types of different events. We have a big assortment of vendors on the website too. And for a lack of better way of describing it, low, medium, high. So there's something to fit every budget. And then we're very accommodating, and communication is key.
Yes.
And with every week, we're all communicating like, when can I deliver this? When do I need to pick up this? So we're always really good with that too.
Do you have an on-site person to help with that coordinating?
Great question. You have about 6 to 8 of my team members for the day, but what are we doing? So my guys are coming in first. They're actually showing up around 10 o'clock. We're setting up ceremony areas, all of that kind of good stuff. Then my girls trickle in long about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So we're either assisting a day of coordinator. We always encourage our brides, if it's in your budget, hire a day of coordinator so they can
100%.
just be attentive to you. I wish I could do it all. But I can't.
But you're about the space,
right?
Not about
I'm
helping
about
them.
The space, and there's so much going on behind the scenes that they really aren't aware of, and we don't want them aware of.
Exactly.
Right? We want it just to be a great day. So then we're either assisting them. And then they are running the timelines. We're running 3 golf carts around the property. We're getting guests to where they need to be. So we do all of that for any bride that comes in when they are rented here.
A bride and groom, what could they expect? So they can go on your website. Do they see the dates right on the website that are available?
We do.
They come for a tour, or they open the Wednesdays?
Yeah. So what's great is when you go on the website, on the investment page, there is a little thing there, little inquiry page where you can fill out all your info. So if you fill that out, the installment guide goes directly to you. So we're very transparent here. All of the pricing is on there.
Okay.
So then it will in turn ask you, in a sense, what's your estimated date, how many people, and then if they answer that, it's me answering them. And then it's like, that sounds great. Would you like to schedule a tour? So then we go from there. But whenever anybody asks me about dates, full transparency, all of the available dates are on the website under the dates tab. And like I say, it was really great because when I took that class, I want it to be accessible to anybody. If you're a nurse working shift work,
yes,
okay, and you want to get your answer at 3 a.m., it's there.
So a big trend nowadays is pets. This is such a well-manicured facility.
Yes.
How do you allow pets to come in for a ceremony?
We do. We love dogs. We love pets. We love them. So what we do is we just tell them they have to stay on a leash. And here's why, guys. We want to protect all of our guests. Somebody might not be as excited as we are, right?
Yeah.
So we want to be considerate of that. So they do stay on a leash. We also tell them where we want them to use the bathroom, all of that good stuff. The dogs are allowed to be in pictures, ceremonies, anything. We encourage you to hire a company that might be so you can enjoy your time to be in charge of the pet. And then we don't allow dogs inside with the food unless it is a service animal. And then they just give us they give us the paperwork to show that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it is all of that. But no, we love dogs. You'll even see in our contract that we like you to get special permission so we know they're coming, so we can go over what the policies are. I've had alpacas here. I think I have little donkeys coming to hand out beverages at cocktail hour. No, we love fun stuff.
Is there a fee for allowing them to come?
No, there is not. Yeah. Nope, we love it.
And as you'll see in the photos, there's plenty of parking as soon as you come in for everybody.
Oh, yeah, plenty of parking. We even have overflow parking in another area, but yes.
To your own admission, although they are beautifully decorated and they're have green, luscious things around it, every space that you have here, and the seasonal blooms, it really is considered more of a blank slate because you can customize it to whatever
100%.
Aesthetic you want.
Yes.
What is the length of how and what they can decorate with? Do they need to have a planner who does it? Are they allowed to DIY some of their decorations?
Oh no, I have a lot of DIY brides here. So that works as well too. So no, we just basically, and even in our contract, you'll see like no nails in walls, obviously this is AstroTurf that we're sitting on now. So no stakes in this. There's just different things, and they just check with us ahead of time. But no, they're allowed to use lanterns, use anything that they want to use. Flower petals, always real flower petals, because we like to be able to blow them, and they just go into the landscape. But no, nothing really specific. When it comes to exits, that is a good thing. So real fire. So that is something with all of the nature around us. So we don't allow that on our tables inside the venue. Real flame down in glass, but like colds, the sparklers in the end of the evening, anything like that, that is not allowed here. But we do allow the cold sparks, where it's a fun little thing that you push a button and the cold sparks go up. So we do have different rules like that, just because we're protective of the nature and we don't want to see anything crazy happen.
But you have alternative options for them to get the same effect. So you can just educate them on that.
Yes, we give them great suggestions.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
So if they do have something, if they want to do a smoke machine or something that requires electricity, and they want to do a mist out in the woods.
Yes.
Do you have outlets available for that kind of thing?
Outlets available, do we ever? That is one thing we have a lot of here. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yes, because you have fountains in the pond and the waterfall.
Yeah. Even ceremony. To the point where things are on different circuits. So DJs have plenty of juice wherever they need it. Yeah.
Oh, so you could do the DJ out here as well.
Oh, yeah. We've had DJs out here. I have in the building, guys, I have 2 Wi-Fis. The Woods has its own Wi-Fi. Yeah, we have all of that
So
here.
no signal strength at loss.
Yeah, no, we do it all.
Up to this time, what has been the average size wedding on the guest side and the wedding party side?
Let's see, average size, I would say always probably like 150, you know.
Yep.
150 is good because I've had some 250s, 225s, and then we come in with our 50s. So I would say, you know, 150. Bridal parties, I've had, we had a really big wedding here where there was 10 girls, 10 guys, and our space always accommodates that. So that meant a lot to me also in the build. I want the grooms. Oh, wow. Well, we've been visited. Okay, we've got the Blue Jays. Look, there's 3 of them. So, guys, groom's room meant just as much to me as the bridal suite. I wanted everybody to have equal big space. I want them to have a great day. I want them to have a fun day.
As you'll see, the grooms, they're all about chill, and the bridesmaid or the bridal suite is all about prep and beauty.
And it was funny too because, well, my daughter, and being, you know, in so many weddings before we had her.
Of course, at that age.
She did not, right at that age. She helped me with the bridal suite. And because she was in so many, and the tight spaces, the big spaces, she goes, Mom, we need space. So I definitely wanted to make sure that it did all of that.
I know in the bridal suite you have the 2 entrances, so they can escape out the back.
Yes, and thanks for remembering that. Yeah, the secret back way.
Yes.
So we do, and we sneak them up the back steps when it's time to get introduced, you know, towards the end of cocktail hour. But yeah, we do all that.
Is there anything that you can think of you want to share with my staff, my clientele that we may not have touched upon?
We'd love for you to come visit, and we always love to hear new ideas, new things. You know, we do a lot of different things, but we've done so many weddings that we can accommodate all sizes.
Yeah,
all sizes. So we're here for you. Come see us.
Thank you for joining us. And to see more about this amazing vendor and their products or services, please visit our webpage, downtownbridalmd.com, and go to the Vendor Collective page.